Hi there! Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Julie DiMatteo from thepaperpixie.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the US. And in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this really cute Ghirardelli bunny treat box. I sized this box to fit the Ghirardelli bunnies, perfect for Easter, but there are a lot of other treats that fit in this box. You can put 2 mini Ghirardellis, like so. You can also fit a snack size Hershey's chocolate bar, as well as the larger size of Andy's mint. So this is a really versatile box and it's so easy to make. All you need is a 4-inch by 5-inch piece of cardstock and it's quick and easy to make. Let me show you how. We're going to start with a piece of Highland Heather that measures 4 inches by 5 inches. Along the 4-inch side, we're going to score this at 1/2 inch from both sides. Then along the 5-inch side, we're going to score this at 1.5, 2, 3.5, and 4. Next, we're going to fold and burnish on all the score lines. And then I'm going to bring in a template here. You'll notice that we have 2 sections that measure 1.5 inch, and we have this top section that measures 1 inch. That's the section we're going to focus on to create the box flap. So I'm going to turn the cardstock this way, and we're actually going to cut up the vertical score lines up to the second horizontal score line. We're going to remove these 2 corner sections. So what I like to do is cut just inside of the score line, so just to the left of the score line to remove it. And then we'll remove those 2 sections completely, like so. We'll do the same thing to this side. Now I'm cutting just to the right of the score line and removing those sections. Next, along the side here, we're going to cut up these vertical score lines, stopping at the horizontal score line. And again, I'm just trying to remove the score lines if I can. And then we're going to come in and notch this little tab piece. We'll repeat the same thing on the other side, like so. Now I'm going to bring in the detailed trio punch. We're going to round the corners of the flap of our box. And then I've got 3 pieces of the Subtles Designer Series paper, 2 pieces that measure 1 3/8 by 2 7/8, and 1 piece that measures 7/8 by 2 7/8. This piece, we're going to round the corners so that they fit on this top panel, like so. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere these pieces to the flap and then the front and back panels, like so. I'm just going to use liquid multi-purpose glue for that. Okay, next, before we put the box together, we're going to add our decorations. They're easier to adhere before we put the box together. And for this box, we're going to be using the Well Said bundle. It is an amazing bundle full of sentiments and coordinating dies. I love this bundle. We're going to be using the word thanks and the sentiment for everything. Now, the easiest way to work with this word die is I'm going to use the Sizzix adhesive sheets and a scrap piece of Whisper White. I've cut them both down to the same size. I'm going to remove the backing that has the words on it. And then we'll apply that to the piece of Whisper White, like so. Now, the side that has kind of the shiny waxy paper, that's going to be the side with the adhesive. So when we put this on the Big Shot, we want to make sure that the cardstock side is up. I've got the Big Shot here. I've got my cardstock side up. I'm going to go ahead and put down my word. It works best if you run the word through the Big Shot long ways. Then you have constant pressure as you cut the word out. And I'll also run this back and forth a few times to make sure it cuts all the way through. All right, I'm just going to remove the die. Okay, now that that's cut out, I'm just going to remove the backing. And now this is just like a sticker. I'm going to apply that where I want it. We're going to put it just to the left of the flap, pressing it into place, trying not to stretch out the letters. And then what I like to do with the word dies is just take my bone folder and press that into place. The cardstock gets some bumps in it from the ejection holes in the die. So this helps to smooth it out and adhere it down. I love that pop of white against that polka dot background. Then I'm going to grab a scrap piece of Whisper White and we're going to stamp the sentiment for everything. And then here's a little trick. Using the classic label punch, I'm going to go ahead and punch that out. This is going to ensure that we have straight cuts. And I'm just going to grab my paper snips and snip off the ends. Now this is going to adhere to the front. I just want to kind of show you where it's going to go, this lower right of this front panel. Like so. Now let me show you a trick. I'm going to do a magnetic closure on this container. And I get these neodymium magnets from Total Element here in the US. They've got free shipping. And these are the 1/4 inch by 1/32 of an inch neodymium magnets. So let me show you a trick to get this lined up right. Again, we are doing this before we put the box together. And I'm going to grab the mini glue dots. I'm going to pick up a glue dot and place it on one of those magnets. And then I'm going to place that on the center back side of the flap, like so. Then I'm going to take the other magnet and drop it onto the front. It's going to line up the right positive and negative. I'm going to put another glue dot on top of this one, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to use our score lines to line that up. I'm going to fold down on the second score line from the top. So first score line, second score line, and I'm folding up from the first score line from the bottom and picking up that magnet. Now that magnet's going to go right where we want it to go, like so. How cool is that? That's a quick trick. So there are other ways if you didn't want to use magnets, like if you were going to give this box to children. So I would recommend using a Velcro dot, a belly band to close it, or even ribbon. All right, so now we're going to put our box together. I'm going to start with one of the tabs and put liquid glue. And then we're going to adhere that tab, lining up this score line with this cut edge of the back panel. That's the one closest to the flap. I'm going to go ahead and line that up first. And we'll do the same thing on the other tab. And then what we'll do is on the back side of these front flaps, we'll then just put glue and then adhere those down. Like so. How easy is that? See, it's got a little magnetic closure. I love that noise. And then we're going to grab our Ghirardelli bunny and slide that little guy in there. And then I'm going to add a little mini daisy. Okay, from the Bitty Blooms punch pack, I'm going to punch out 2 of these flowers from Whisper White. I'm going to bring in the Stampin' Pierce mat. Then I'm going to take the back side of my paper piercing tool and press right in the center of those daisies, just to give them some texture. Then I'm going to grab a glue dot, stick it to the back of one of these, and layer it kind of staggered on top of the other one, like so. Then I'm going to grab one of our glitter enamel dots. This is in Gorgeous Grape, but it coordinates really well with the Highland Heather. I'll grab a small one, pop that in the center of the daisy, grab one more glue dot, and then pop that little daisy on the front of our sweet little box. How cute is that? I love this little box. One of my favorite things about it is it's easy, and you can get 4 of these out of a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So super fun to make multiples of. I love this color combination, but you can adapt this for so many different occasions by adding all kinds of different treats. I'm sure you could fit packs of gum in here, rolls of Smarties. The options are endless, and I love that about this project. So thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss my next video. If you're interested in purchasing any of the Stampin' Up! Products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. And I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post with all project measurements, details, and a picture of the template. I'd love to have you come visit me at thepaperpixie.com, where I post projects every weekday to inspire you. I have options to subscribe to both my monthly newsletter as well as my daily blog updates, and I'd love to welcome you as a new subscriber. You can shop with me anytime at thepaperpixie.com/shop. And if you'd like a discount on your Stampin' Up! Purchases, I'd love to welcome you to the Stampin' Up! Family by joining my team of Paper Pixies, and you can purchase the starter kit at thepaperpixie.com/join. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you'd like a complimentary copy of one of our catalogs, visit me at thepaperpixie.com/catalogs and you can request yours for free. If you give this project a try, I'd love to see what you made, so feel free to share it on social media with the hashtag #PaperPixie, and I'll be sure to check it out. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.